Israeli composer and orchestra conductor Yoav Talmi, visiting Lima with the Israel Chamber Orchestra. Welcome, maestro. You just arrived to Lima to perform two concerts.
That's right.
First concert was last night, and the second is tonight, and with two programs.
Yes, two different programs.
How did you arrange these two programs? Because we find a classic repertoire, but as well we find works written by yourself, like the first elegy.
Yes, elegy for strings, timpani, and accordion. Well, we came to South America, it's Latin America, because we started in Mexico, Costa Rica, Guatemala, and then we came now to South America, and it's a really big tour of 16 concerts in 9 different countries. And when you go to so many countries and so many concerts, you cannot play only one program, because it's very hard on the players to get inspired again and again if you have to repeat the program 16 times. So we prepared to begin with two different programs and gave the choice to each city. Each city could choose either program 1 or program 2. It was important for us that at least one program will include Israeli work, because we come as the Israeli orchestra. And as it happened, it's my own work. And so this was, excuse me.
That's fine, sir.
It's all right?
Yes.
And Lima is one of the few cities that chose both programs. It happened also in Mexico City, it happened also in Buenos Aires, but most other cities chose either one or two. So you are privileged to hear both programs. As I said, one is with the Israeli work. Tonight we are giving a program which is very classical, romantic one, very popular with the public. We start with pieces by Gluck from the Ópera Orfeos and Eurydice. Then Alon Goldstein will play the concerto for piano by Mendelssohn No. 1. After the pause, we will perform a romantic piece by Puccini, which I have arranged for string orchestra, and we conclude with a Mozart Symphony number 40. And so
you were very generous last night, because you offered 3 encores and mostly American. How do you?
No, only one piece was American. One was Piazzolla, which is kind of a tribute to South America, and the other one was Bartok, which is European. So we tried, and we hope to give 3 encores also tonight. The public is really getting tremendously enthusiastic, and when they ask, we give.
Talking about Israeli works, is there something like a school, Israeli school? Is there a style, a contemporary style, by yourself as a composer and by the musicians when they perform in Israel or abroad?
The answer is no. Years ago, when the country was established, there was a so-called Israeli style using certain keys, certain moduses of music, which is influenced by the Oriental material that we found in Israel. But today, with the help of the media and the television and the fact that you can get to hear anything that you want just by pressing a button on the internet, and you can hear music from Japan or from New Zealand or from Peru or from Israel, the language became more international. And honestly, it is an international style. The only thing is that in this particular work that you heard last night, the theme is about the concentration camp in Dachau, and so the theme dictated that I will use materials that are very Jewish. So, for example, there was a string quartet sitting at the back of the stage, and the string quartet played a song from the Jewish ghetto. So this was a given. I have chosen also to use some material from the Kindertotenlieder by Mahler, the songs of the death of children, because of the theme of the death of children. So this piece is maybe exceptional in that fact that it is a collage that uses all kind of materials which I borrowed from the world.
In that matter, are you a strong believer of the universality of music? I mean, the orchestra, at least the chamber orchestra, recently performed in Bayreuth, for example, Wagner music.
Yes.
Do you still believe that the music has to be universal?
I do. I think that music is an international language. You don't need to understand Spanish or English or Hebrew in order to understand music. You just need to open your heart and ears and to enjoy. It's a language of emotions, and in that respect, it's really universal. We could come and play the same program in Peru or in Tokyo, and people will open to it because the music is so beautiful.
Are you happy with the performance of Israeli musicians or the image you have as important musicians
Yes,
around the world?
I think we have a wonderful musicians in Israel. We have wonderful schools for music in Israel. Most of the teachers came from Europe when the Nazis wanted to exterminate the Jewish race. They fled to Europe, but they were the best teachers in Europe. So they came to Israel and started to teach there. And the fact that you have violinists like Yitzhak Perlman or Pinchas Zuckerman or Gil Shacham or Shlomo Mintz, and they are among the very best in the world, it's also due to the fact that the schooling is in Israel in such a high level.
Well, thank you for the interview, and we are looking forward for tonight.
It's a pleasure. I'm looking too.
Thank you.
Thanks. You have enough material?
Yes, very interesting one.